Yeah, I suppose sort of any news when you get told you're going to play a test match is incredibly exciting. So it was latish on Friday afternoon that I got told. It kind of ruined my dinner plans. I suddenly didn't have much of an appetite. But yeah, I think it was just. I think the selectors had made up their mind of what they wanted. They wanted four seamers and that, and I've played quite a bit of four-day cricket lately, and I think that was it weighed in nicely in my favour. So yeah, it's obviously an incredibly exciting time hearing that you're going to be playing a test. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, I suppose that's Test cricket, isn't it? A year ago, I sat here after my first Test, bowled probably exactly the same, and had 7 wickets behind my name. I probably bowled maybe a bit worse a year ago, to be quite honest. But I suppose that's the great thing about this game. It humbles you very quickly. Yeah, the wind was challenging, but you know what we said from even yesterday morning and this morning that yeah, the wind's there, but there's no use moaning about it. We just got to get on with it. And I think yeah, we actually worked quite well into the wind. The bowlers definitely put up their hands and bowled in some pretty tough conditions. Yeah, I think it was a bit disappointing. It always is losing time in a game, especially one of this sort of nature, the series decider and that. Yeah, what they're going to do, I'm not entirely sure. It's certainly maybe slowed the game down a bit, if you can say that. A draw's still, well, could be more on the cards now, but I suppose that we're only going to see what happens now after both teams have batted, and we're still going to stay positive. There's a series up for grabs, and I still think there's plenty enough time in the game to get a result still. We got to bat well. We got to bat as well as they have. They have batted all due respect and credit. They've batted incredibly well. Yeah, we need to push the game forward, keep positive. I think as soon as we start thinking of a draw, anything, any negative thoughts coming in, I think that's where you come unstuck. So knowing this team, it's only been positive thoughts, and we're going to move forward from there. Yeah, that was. I was saying just now, that was a great period of sort of Test cricket. I think he was looking to pounce on anything remotely short or a bit of width and whatnot. And he actually tried to create something from about off stump that got stopped at gully a couple of times. Yeah, it was thoroughly enjoyable. I felt like I was really had my skills put to the test there. And yeah, there were a few moments in that where I think he just smiled and nodded, and I think there was some good competition and just a great period of cricket there, I thought.
How much spark in a position like that?
Well, yeah, that's kind of what I did this morning is pretty much how I've got myself into this side. Yesterday wasn't really what I'm all about. I think I was at about 3.5s or just under 4s, which really isn't me. This morning was a better reflection of what I'm going to bring to this side. Yeah, and to have I've been told that the sort of lines in that I hit are good enough to keep guys quiet, and I think it proved it today that still a traditional line and length and that making batsmen play is incredibly difficult, even if the guy is on 99. Yeah, I don't think it's going to deteriorate too much. Maybe day 5, but I think that's probably expected. Any pitch by day 5 is going to deteriorate, but I think the best batting days are still going to be probably this afternoon and into tomorrow. So by the looks of it, around obviously the business area, the footholds and that, there's a deterioration as there would be, but the business end of it still looks pretty good, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, that's Test cricket. It tests you mentally and physically, and yeah, it was pretty demanding out there, and I think we stuck at it. We stuck at it well. The guys were in it all the time, and I think when you take your foot off the gas at any time, you're gonna fall behind. But yeah, I'm feeling tired. won't shy away from that. I'm human. I think anyone 120 overs in the field or bowling 30 overs, you're gonna feel tired. But that's what we hear. That's what we get paid for, I suppose.
And is that Dale hopeful or confident?
Dale's making some good recovery. We're hopeful that he'll bowl in the second innings. Yeah, that's about as much as I know at the moment.
Was that period?
Yeah, that I think there, and compared to this morning's two sort of contrasting bits of Test cricket, both quite sort of grueling, but on different sort of levels. And yeah, that was quite intense. Morne was really cranking it up there, and I was at fine leg, and I thought maybe at any moment now a little top edge is going to come my way. So I was involved in that every ball as much as the other guys, and it was awesome to see. Again, the way Morne went about it, and all respect to Clark, the way he played it, and that, I think it's a great advert for Test cricket. Losing a guy like Dale for an innings, I mean, he's world-leading bowler. He's obviously going to make a sort of dent in your plans and that. But I suppose it was like the wind. Graham said to us, "This is the card we've been dealt. There's nothing we can do about it." He's obviously going to call a lot more on his bowlers now, and I think each and every one of us stepped up to the plate and certainly gave 100% when Dale wasn't there. No, because we're usually playing on the side wicket. No, but even saying that, even in a couple of the 2020s I've played here this year, we've been central because of TV and that, and even those I thought had maybe a touch more in it. But yeah, but again, that's a card we've been dealt. There's no use moaning about it. We've got to get on with it, and I think it's going to be a true reflection, like I said earlier, after both teams have batted on it.